Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, it's heavy T here. Just wanted to kind of throw out another YouTube video, kind of let you guys know what's going on. I did take down the audio of my wife and what was going on with the person who was breaking into her car and obviously doing things to it, sabotaging it, taking things out of it. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. But I do, obviously, you guys know I have proof of it, and I just wanted to throw it out at you guys as something you guys can take a look at, that it's not only happening to you, that other family members for other targeted individuals are running into the same thing. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, whether it's mind control or if there's possibly some cloning going on with some of our family members. Or possibly a transfer of consciousness. Not exactly sure how they're able to do it and why our family members attack us and basically lie to us and do the things that they do. Possibly they're scared. Maybe they're being threatened by these people. It's a good possibility. They definitely act like they are being threatened, and so that's something we need to take a look at and kind of maybe find out if they are or not, if there's anybody that has any types of evidence that they can come out with regarding that. I know it's really hard to probably come up with. Like you see, I've got a lot of audio, and there's a lot of weird parts of the audio that they could be doing different things to in order to manipulate the audio. There's ways that they can do it. I know there is. If they can use scalar wave technology in order to create fourth dimensional fields and change the parameters within those fields, vibration levels, using acoustics with those types of waves. You can also create no gravity within the field, within the scalar wave field. So, and that's how they think some of the monks built the monastery that they built, was using acoustics with scalar wave technology, using a horn and basically creating basically a no gravity field. That's how they were able to take the huge rocks and take them up to the top of the hill for their monastery. So there's a lot of things, a lot of technology that's being used on us, and I think scalar wave technology is one of the first. They're using it on us in order to test it, and they can create reversals in time with it, so they can predict where we're going to be at certain times before we're there. There's a lot to this technology, and I don't know if you've seen some of the other things that I've pulled out. I've pulled, wires out of my ceiling. They've been able to hack into any of my devices without Bluetooth, without Wi-Fi, so they're doing that through satellite, I believe, but not sure. There's a lot of technology that I don't think we're quite aware of that they're using on us. So I just want you guys to be careful and vigilant about things that you might overlook, thinking that it's nothing. Of course, you don't want to be too paranoid and going through things around your house, but just never take a look at if you look at something, always take a second look at it, because there's a lot of things that they're using that we don't even believe we can't even believe or fathom that they're using. So I believe it's way ahead of us. As far as I'm concerned, like I've explained to you, this started about 4 to 5 years ago, and when it happened, I felt like I was transferred into another plane, like I was almost brought back from some type of a future event here. In order to try and stop what's happening. I'm doing this book vigilantly, trying to get it done. I know it's taking a lot longer than I anticipated because I've had to change a lot more things in it. I want it to be, knock out of the park, and if it's going to be that, it's going to go through some changes. So unfortunately, it's taking me a little bit longer than I anticipated. I've got about, I believe, 5 chapters typed already. So I'm to like 130 pages, if I remember correctly, and and that's the final draft before it goes to an editor. And I actually have an editor that's going to edit it for free. And so I just wanted to let you guys know. Please don't give up in hope on that. I'm doing it, and it's going to reveal a lot. So I think it's going to be really important to get this book out, so I'm working really hard on it. You guys, this stuff is really hard. I'm being gaslighted at work. They're writing me up as my stereo was taken over the weekend. I went in and asked them for it. They couldn't find it. I asked if they could please find it. 3 hours later, still not there. They were walking around, not saying a word to me, so I told them I was going to have the police department come in and just do a report on it, of it being missing, because I've had a lot of things stolen from that work. I've had my car door kicked in, and their security people have done absolutely nothing in order to find out who's doing it, who did it, and things of that nature. They just won't do anything. In fact, I had an RF energy weapon that was concealed in a box that was being shot at me, and I actually caught the guy doing it. I wish I would have grabbed it and took it to the manager, but I didn't know what to do. Unfortunately, I was kind of in a tough spot. I did have a witness as well that saw the hole in the box, saw something that was in it, and the way the gentleman was acting, he definitely thinks that he was using something. So, but there's no reason, there's no way I can prove it, and at this point, so. But a lot of things are happening at work. There's a new manager there that seems to be in on it. He seems to be orchestrating a lot of things now. And so the pressure's coming back on me again. So for you guys out there, I just want you to know, that it's not easy what we're doing, and revealing it to the public. There's more people, more professionals coming out. Dr. Horton's been doing a great job trying to get information out there. Unfortunately, a lot of silence on her end too. They're just trying to silence her as well, trying to silence some of the other doctors that have come out and verified that this is happening. And we're up against a beast, guys. And I believe it's already happened, that we've already been plugged into the system where the AI supercomputer has actually already basically taken in our consciousness. And we're basically in a virtual reality matrix right now. And that's how they're able to mind control some of the people more heavily than others. And I'm in the same boat with you guys, and I'm just trying to keep my head above water. I'm trying to bring awareness to this, trying to, with my book and just coming out with things. Like I said, I took the audio down on my family. I just don't want my family. I was getting too many comments of personal attacks against me and my family. Decided to take it down, but I just wanted you guys to be aware that you guys aren't the only ones that seem to be having these family problems where the family members just don't give a shit basically about what's happening to you, and they'll believe you one minute then not believe you the next. They lie to you about things. It's not just you guys, it's all of us that are going through this. So biggest part is we got to try to stick together. I know it's really hard. They mess with our comments, they mess with our emails, they're hacked into everything that we own. They just do not want us to come together at all. So that makes me think that we need to be coming together more if we can. So hopefully we're able to find some type of a resistance where we're able to, communicate a little bit more effectively here soon in the future. It just goes on and on. Try your best to raise your vibrations through metaphysical. It still definitely works. I'm a Christian, but I do believe in the metaphysical as well. I would have to be stupid not to. It's scientifically proven that vibrations change and that different vibration levels cause different things to happen, and there's always a reaction to an action, and so on. So just remember that our universe is still completely balanced by the universal creator God, who we basically have God inside all of us, and He's with us, guys. It's just really difficult sometimes to be aware of that because of the fact that we're being, constantly attacked. It's really hard to give up hope on that, and I just want you to know that with every balance, there's a counterbalance. He's not going to let the evil go on without any good coming back on it. So there's always a balance of karma. So keep that in mind, that there's going to be some good things happening, and just keep your minds wise, and try to keep yourself, high in vibrations. Try to keep the love and the harmony going for yourselves. Every day you walk out there, try not to go out there if you're feeling depressed or something. Do some meditation beforehand. Get yourself elevated again before you go out there to work or wherever you're going that day. And it's definitely going to help. Some of the best types of metaphysical rocks and crystals that I recommend would be amethyst would be one, tiger's eye would be another, onyx would be another, shungite is a great one. That's that billion-year-old meteor, but that's an excellent one to use as well. It's great for your health as well. Any of those work really good against the Luciferian black magic that they use, and they can definitely hide you better, making you more untraceable on their radar. So remember, there's a lot of these people I don't believe they're people. Some of them, I believe they are entities, or they're entities working inside of people, but they're able to basically see your vibrational frequency, and that's how they're able to track you sometimes out in the public. So I know a lot of people say they're using phones and things like that, and they might be using some of those things too, but I really believe strongly there's definitely some type of a good versus evil thing going on here, a supernatural effect that's happening that it's just not just people doing this. I believe there's puppets out there for the intelligent agencies that are helping them, but I believe we are on a full-scale attack from something that is a little bit more eviler than we anticipated, and it's more of a supernatural type of thing that's happening. So I've just seen too many things happen that just seem too odd to just be induced by humans doing it. So just keep your mind, and I might be wrong, it might just be the intelligent agencies trying to trick us, trying to make us think that way. I mean, their technology is really high tech right now, so that could be what's going on too. I'm not saying either way. And as far as like the religions and stuff, if you're in a religion, I'm not saying any religions are bad, or that don't be a Catholic, don't be a Christian, don't be a Jew, I'm not saying anything like that. I just know from deep inside of me that there's one way to get to God, and that's through yourself, through your inner self, and that's how you find God. And you can find Him through other religions too. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but just don't be deceived, and just remember that God is with us, and He will be with us through this thing, or universal creator, whatever you want to call Him. He is here, and He's with us. So I strongly feel that way, and I just want you guys to know that as well. So just realize that whatever happens, it's happening for a reason, and we are on a boat that is a lonely boat right now, and that we've been chosen for some reason to endure this. And so we need to endure it, and we need to try and bring our love and our creativity forward in order to stop it and to bring attention to it. So do what you guys can in order to do that, and try to keep in touch with one another. And I wish you guys all the best, and I pray for all you guys out there, all you targeted individuals, empowered individuals, what we should be calling ourselves. And that's directly from the government's white pages. They call us empowered individuals because we can actually raise communities against, to like look at things differently. We're called that because of the 100th monkey theory. And that has to do with, these monkeys that all lived on an island that were all basically eating off of fig, what was it? I think they were fig roots or something like that. And and their teeth were getting all ground down. So one of the monkeys decided to start washing his fig root off before he started eating it. And eventually all the monkeys on that island started to, and not just the ones on that island, but the ones on the other islands that were actually, in the ocean, miles and miles away, started doing the same thing. So there's some type of a conscious awareness that we have, some type of a special ability that we have that scares them, and they don't want our consciousness, especially on the truth, reaching other people. So that's one of the reasons why they try to isolate us, put us away in insane asylums, try to get us to commit suicide. They don't want us around other people because we will rub off on them, and those other people will start to see the truth as well. So that's what they're afraid of happening. So anyway, that's about what I wanted to shoot out tonight, guys. I know it's short and sweet, but I hope you guys are all hanging in there, and look to see you guys on the next tube. I'm going to be coming out with I got some other evidence. I may release some more of the audio. It's just not going to be in the same it's not going to be the same format that I used last time. I'm going to do it in a little bit more of a different format. It's going to be more generated around what the family members, how they react basically to things that are happening. So more than what they are doing, recording them when they're not around. And anyway, overthought that. I didn't think that was a good idea, but I did want it to get out there. I did want people to be aware of it, so that they were aware that they're not the only ones that it's happening to, and I thought it was important, so that's why I did put it out there. So anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.